Vortex nos encontramos en Expo TNT con los invitados internacionales. Todos ellos vienen de Estados Unidos a celebrar junto con nosotros la edición número 27 de la Expo más conocida del Distrito Federal. Ellos son...
My name is Carrie George. I have been cosplaying for 10 years. I've won the World Cosplay Summit in 2012, and probably I've made about 100 costumes in that time.
Hola, I'm Space Pizza Cosplay, and I'm super excited to be here and can't wait for the costume contest later.
Hi, my name's Johnny. I usually go by the name of Junkers Cosplay. I've been making costumes for about 2 years now. I've done a lot of work for Riot Games, which is famous for League of Legends, as well as L-Sword Online, and of course Crunchyroll.
¿Les gustaría platicarnos cómo empezó su experiencia en el cosplay?
I started in cosplay because, coincidentally, I wanted to be Sailor Moon. And when I was looking online for photos of Sailor Moon for my large collection, I came across photos of girls cosplaying as Sailor Moon, and I was like, I don't know what they're doing, but whatever it is, I want to be doing it. So.
I think I kind of had a similar experience to Katie. When I went to my first anime expo, which is a convention in the US, I saw people cosplaying, and I had no idea at the time what it was. I didn't expect it, didn't know at all. So I saw them doing it, and it was like, yeah, it looks so much fun. So the next year, I had my first costume.
Yeah, my first costume was at Anime Expo, and when I went to Anime Expo, they had a thing telling people about cosplay is. And so when I saw all the people having fun, I said, you know what? I think I can do that. I think I'm going to go do that now. And then I made my first costume in an evening, and then the rest is really just history.
¿Qué es lo que más disfrutan de elaborar un cosplay?
The thing I like the most about making cosplay is when I get to solve the problem of how to make props that weren't actually really meant to be made. When people have anime or video games, no one's really designing it for a real human being to use. So when you have to solve that problem, it's really gratifying, and it's really a lot of fun.
For me, I think the most exciting part about cosplay is putting on a finished costume for the first time, like putting everything together, because you'd be making something, you'll try it on and you'll be like, okay, it looks good, but then you don't know what it looks like with this other piece. So when it all comes together, you're like, yes, and it's just so exciting to finally get to wear that at a convention.
I think my answer is probably pretty similar to Johnny's. I like translating something that's not real into reality. And turning a costume, that's 2D or 3D rendered into something in real life, and kind of solving the problems and figuring out, buying the materials and finding that perfect fabric. It's definitely the creation process for me.
¿Cuál es su cosplay más memorable que tengan?
That's a really tough one. Probably for me personally, I'd have to say it's my Yang from Ruby. Just because I got to actually wear that at Comic-Con, the San Diego Comic-Con, as part of Rooster Teeth. So this was a very exciting and new experience for me.
I've, at this point in 10 years of cosplay, I've made over 100 costumes. So I think if you asked, any person close to me, they'd probably give you a different answer every time. So it's a little hard to say. I think if I had to pick the one that's gotten me the biggest and best reaction every time, it's easily Wonder Woman, just because there's not a soul on this earth who doesn't know what Wonder Woman looks like, and that's the one costume that when I wear, it's not just con goers who are like, oh my god, it's Wonder Woman, it's everybody. I can stop at a gas station and people are like, holy crap, it's Wonder Woman, like people who have never picked up a comic book in their life. So I mean, she's just universal.
Oddly enough, my most memorable costume, I've only worn it once, is my Attack on Titan. It's a pretty easy costume, but I put out a tutorial for it about how to make the gear, and now a lot of people are using that tutorial to make that gear, and it's really gratifying to see people using my method to make their own costumes and having them be really happy with their own work. So that's my favorite right now.
¿Hay algún cosplay que siempre hayan querido hacer, pero todavía está en su lista de posiblemente?
But for some reason, I have had blue Princess Aurora on my to-do list for years, and she keeps getting pushed off and pushed off and pushed off while I try to find the perfect fabric, and also try to like level up my skills. And I think this year, since I really am about to hit like costume number 100, not including costumes I've made for other people, I really want to time her so that she is my 100th costume.
Well, my to-do list is pretty big because I'm lazy. Bottom line is I just get, like, I'll start something and lose interest and go start something else. So it's just kind of growing on like more I need to finish than to do. But I'd say the number one thing on my to-do list is Nami from League of Legends, the original skin. The reason why is because I feel it's just like way out of my skill league right now. So I hope to kind of eventually work up to be able to make that.
Right now on my to-do list, I can't really plan costumes out very far because I just get really irresponsible and I don't make them. So right now, the only one that I'm really focusing on is Saint Seiya from the new movie, and I'm making it because Saint Seiya is like obviously really awesome, but the new movie finally has really challenging designs. And on top of that, Mexico's been so good to us that I really want to make one that would really make the Mexican fan really happy with it. So I really love Saint Seiya, and I hope you guys are going to really like it too.
¿Han participado en algún concurso de cosplay?
I participated in a lot of cosplay contests, namely, well, actually, I didn't even get to participate in Anime Expo, but I've done AnimegaCon, I've done Anime Kanji, and I've done Anime Vegas, and I've also judged a lot of masquerade. I think I've judged as many masquerades as I've actually been in, and I've judged Anime Expo, and that's why I got it confused a second ago.
I, like Johnny, have also participated in the similar masquerades. We did participate together as well. I also went on to I ran the masquerade or costume contest at Anime Kanji, which is the local to San Diego convention. So I really enjoy the contest a lot.
When I first started cosplaying, I didn't think there was any point in going to a convention without competing in the cosplay contest. So needless to say, since that was kind of my cosplay philosophy for many years, I've competed in more costume contests than I can count. But I think the ultimate for me was competing in the World Cosplay Summit in 2008, and I lost. But that's okay because then we needed a loss to know how to win. So we competed again, me and my partner, in 2012 and won. And since then I mostly judge costume contests because, as kind of like a sign that I've stepped down from the world of competing and gone more into the world of judging.
Muchas gracias por la entrevista. Esperemos verlos en futuros eventos.